Hey there everyone, this is Matt and welcome to the 10. Today is April 22nd, 2013, and we're going to go down through the rundown of the 10 most interesting and relevant current topics out there here on Creative Reviews and everywhere. We're going to start with one of my favorite things that just happened this weekend. Daft Punk, an electronic band, group, however you want to call them, they just released their brand new single off their album, which is due out, I believe, May 21st. It's going to be called Random Access Memories, or REM for short. But their new single with Pharrell and Neil Rogers is called Get Lucky. It sounds amazing. It sounds funky, it's hip, it looks like it's electronic. It really sounds like the song of the summer, and I can't wait for this entire album to come out. I'm buying it immediately. I also suggest that you get this track as well. I've had this track on replay in the car, while I work out, anywhere I am, I have it on. It's a great song, and it really has a good feel to it, and I think a lot of people will like it. I believe it's already moving up and up on the iTunes charts. Number 2, the NBA playoffs are back. They started this Saturday and Sunday when all 16 teams play that are in the playoffs. And it was extremely predictable. All the home teams won. Nothing really happened. There's a lot of blowouts, so it might be a predictable year. The Heat beat the Bucks. The Nets beat the Bulls. Unfortunately, the Spurs beat the Lakers. There's really no upsets, and two teams are playing tonight: the Clippers and Grizzlies, and then the Nets and the Bulls. And I feel, and a lot of other people feel, that the away team is going to win this one because, this first round has gone really predictably, and there have been a lot of blowouts, like I said. But I really don't think that this series is all wrapped up. So I think that the Bulls and the Nets, they are about as good as one another. So I don't think it's going to be a quick series sweep for either of these teams. So I think the Bulls are going to come back and win this and steal one game away from home. And I think the same with the Grizzlies. They let a lot of points. They let the Clippers score a lot of points on them, and that's not how they worked this past season. So I think they're going to clean it up, and they're going to win this one away from home. So we'll see how that is. Number 3. This may not be a relevant topic to everybody, but I've been drinking a lot of smoothies for a few months now, and it's really helping out. It's a great way to have something quick and on the go, and you can pack as much fruit and stuff as you want into it. I know people make smoothies with vegetables and fruits and whatever, but I do have my suggestion on something that you could make easily that will last a car ride up and is really nutritious. So what I have is I have a personal blender. It's smaller than a usual blender, and it's called Better Chef, and it's for, like it says, for better results. And I bought this off of Groupon, and it's worked out really well. It was $20. Some pieces are kind of cheap, and they've broken off a little bit, but it's still usable. It still blends things really well. The blades are in perfect condition. And let me just let you know what I put in. I start off with a base of coconut water. I put a banana in, and then I choose from an assortment of frozen vegetables, or you can use, fresh vegetables if you want to. I use them frozen, so it gives it like a little bit of a cool feeling to it. But I go with either strawberries, blueberries, mangoes, or pineapples, or blackberries. So I use a combination of all of those things, and then I put chia seeds in there, which are, again, good for you. And then I put whey protein powder. I put vanilla whey protein powder in it. So you get a little bit of everything. You get your protein, you get all your nutrition from your vegetables, from your fruits. And it's a really quick and easy way to have breakfast while on the road if you're in the rush. And it's really healthy too. I suggest it wholeheartedly. Number 4. It's a great time to live in the Washington, D.C. area, and if you haven't already, check out the cherry blossoms. All the cherry blossoms and all the flowers are blooming around my house, and I was in DC not this past weekend, but the weekend before that, and it looked amazing. It looked really great. I suggest you do it. You know, if you have anything blooming in your area, go for it, especially around Washington, D.C. and the DMV area. It's great. It looks beautiful, and it's a great time to be around here. It's getting a little bit cool, but the temperature is fine. It's a lot better than it used to be. Okay, number 5, a really big topic. It happened on Friday around 9. The Boston Marathon suspect was apprehended a day after his brother was killed. I'm not going to try and pronounce his name because I can't. But you've seen it everywhere on CNN, Fox News, MSNBC. I was actually watching the FBI and Boston PD, you know, wait this guy out while he was in the backyard of a resident in Boston, and he was hiding in a boat. And you know, it was a pretty tense, maybe hour that I was watching it. And finally, they set off some flashbangs just to try to disorient this guy. And because of some previous because there was a shootout the day before, because of that, I believe he was injured, and they were able to apprehend him without him doing any further harm. Now remember, he is only a suspect right now, so there's no confirmation of whether he did this or not until he goes to court, and until this is all determined by that. But it's really good to see that hopefully this this terror plot in this case is done for. I mean, there's other things going on in the world, but hopefully this is one less thing that needs to be worried about. And that moves us on to number 6. But there was a Boston Red Sox game that was canceled due to these events. And what has happened now is a lot of other baseball teams are playing Sweet Caroline by Neil Diamond, which is, you know, a key song sung and played at Boston Red Sox games. They're playing this everywhere. At Nats games, Yankees games, anywhere that you can think of, just in show of support for the victims of this bombing and Boston. And I think it's great. Check it out online. You can hear and see people, you know, singing along in New York, you know, at a Yankees game, which is, you know, huge because, you know, the franchises don't like each other, but this goes over everything. It's just a great show of support for the city of Boston, and I hope that everybody recovers from that. I mean, it was a horrible thing what happened, but I hope that, you know, we all can recover from that. And also one more thing on that, Neil Diamond actually, I believe it was yesterday at a game, Neil Diamond came and actually sang in person Sweet Caroline, which was a great thing for him to do. He was not contacted by any media source or any agency in the Boston area. He came out of his own volition. It was great just to see it. Again, props to him. A very classy thing to do. Let's move on. We have a few things coming on. Number 7, at Creative Reviews Productions, our next video that we're releasing is going to be on a home thermostat. It's by Lennox. Just replace the entire unit, and this is going to help a lot. It looks really cool. There's a touch screen. You can, you know, adjust everything from home, or you can use your mobile phone to adjust things. If you want to turn the AC unit on or off while you're away from the house, you can do that too. But this is an introduction video. I think you'll be interested in it, and I'll be doing more later on. Number 8, I recently did a body red leather iPad case, but whatever it is, I just did the second review of it, and that's most likely going to be the last review of it. I've gotten really frustrated at how the corners don't grip the iPad, because the iPad 2nd generation is different from the 4th and 3rd generations. So while they say this works for the 2nd or 3rd or 4th, it does not, and it's a bad thing that they put it on there because it doesn't fit. My iPad has begun falling out, and I don't know. I've had other body products before, but this one is just not something I would choose again. I would not recommend it. If you find it and you have a newer version of the iPad, do not get it. I'm really disappointed because I do like the bodies. iPad products other than that. Number 9, we have a review coming up. I'm going to be taping that shortly, and it is going to be the iPad, iPhone, iPad mini follow-up, where we're going to do some speed tests, and we're just going to see what else we can do. So if you have any suggestions, let me know. I have not started taping that yet. It's going to be exciting. And finally, number 10 is another follow-up that we're going to do. It's the iPhone 3GS, which when we taped the first review, it was running 6.1.2 of iOS. It is now running 6.1.3. I've been using it for a little bit, and I'm going to do a follow-up review. Again, I've had people wanting to do some speed tests. I can do that again against the iPhone 5, and I can just show you how it is on its own. As a product, you know, it has a much slower processor. It's not as powerful as any of the new Apple devices, so we'll see if it's something that you can use, you know, maybe not on a day-to-day basis, but just every once in a while. But that's it for today. This has been Matt for the 10. It's April 22nd, 2013, and I'll catch you guys next time.